Hello, my beautiful little ghosties, and welcome back to another fanfiction reading of Save Me by Alex the Boring Thought. Chapter 1, Third Person POV. Sally walked through the abandoned building of the high school he used to attend. He had his bat in hand and no mask on, ready to eliminate the infected. He had told Larry and the others that he would like to explore and check for other survivors. Creek. The old planks of this school floor sound painful as I walk on them, Sal thought. Besides, something doesn't feel right in here. He checks in every classroom searching, but there's no one and nothing to be found. Except for the old classroom desks and chairs, of course. That was until he decided to check the bathrooms. It was then when he remembered finding and reading the note from Travis. Sal didn't know it was from him back then, but he put two and two together. He smiled at the memory of his first normal talk with the blonde boy. They both felt a bit better about life after that conversation. A small smile was curved on Sal's lips at the thought of the memory. Where could Travis be now? He wondered, remembering the start of the apocalypse when he told the boy to run as fast as he could. He hasn't seen him ever since. But the problem was the whole situation started a year ago. Was he alive? How did he survive? Is he going to kill me? The questions rambled around the brunette's head as he silently walked in the bathrooms, glancing at the broken mirror. The smell of death covered Knockfell High. Nostalgia hit the blue-haired boy. Because of his memories of the bologna incident. I'm sorry, my tongue's getting twisted. Bologna incident. Memories of corpses and killing smells. And the killing smell of descending human flesh lingered inside the boy's head. Suddenly, Okay, sorry about that. There are people. Anyway, back to this. Suddenly he heard footsteps coming towards him, and he quickly hid in one of the bathroom stalls. The sound of footsteps grew closer, and Sal knew that he had to be prepared for an attack. And so he was, holding the bat in his hands, ready to bash someone's brains, or whatever left of it. My lord, a familiar voice sounded. I pray I die sooner. Please have mercy on me and forgive my sins. Travis? Sal's realization hit him like a brick. He walked out to see the blonde's back turned to him, facing the wall. Hey bud, it's me, Sal. The brunette slowly stepped towards his old classmate. He immediately grabbed his bat and was ready to kill Travis after seeing him. His face was starting to become pale, but was not pale quite yet. Though the skin around his eyes had darkened so much, it looked like he was recently punched in both eyes very hard. There were multiple scratches on his face, with dried blood staining under his nose and mouth. He looked like he had been infected, but Sal didn't hit him. To Sal's surprise, Travis hadn't attacked him yet. He was just standing there, staring. Usually if an infected person spots you, they would run towards you and attempt to bite, kiss, or lick you. Since the infection was transferred through saliva, it was pretty easy for someone to get infected. But still, Travis didn't dare open his mouth, and even started to step back. He put his hands over his mouth to prevent Sal from getting infected, even though his body was telling him to do it, to bite him, to infect him. Travis didn't do it. He was trying really hard to resist, but of course, that didn't last long. The longer Sal looked at Travis, the longer he realized something. He didn't look like the other infected, since he's encountered many more before he knows that their faces get severely darker. They aren't able to speak and just attack. But Travis was holding back. I'm sorry, there's a cat distracting me. Go. Okay. Travis, he was holding back. Sal could see that and wanted to help so badly, but he couldn't risk it. The only thing he could do is get a little bit closer, and he did. Hey, Travis, he was speaking softly, even though he was fully prepared to hit the blonde with a bat as hard as he could. I know you're infected, but you can be saved. Just let me help. Sal stopped when he saw the boy before him shaking and looking like he was in extreme panic. Travis looked up, eyes empty, not like before, and started to take very slow steps towards Sally's face. He raised a hand like he was trying to grab Sal, but then grabbed his own head instead, both hands holding on so tight that the veins in his hands were popping out. He then quickly put his hands over his mouth and watched Sal in horror, trying his hardest to resist. One hand became unstable and reached out to Sal, shaking while Travis's eyes were saying, "Don't get any closer, I won't be able to control it." Sal stepped back and Travis calmed down a little. But to make sure he knew what he had to do, he punched his face twice and then grabbed it. Sal stepped towards the blonde, who was in need of help. "Stay away," he cried, tears streaming down his face. "I don't want to hurt you." Anyway, that will be all for this chapter, my beautiful little ghosties. Good night, sweet dreams.